What movie do you consider perfect? John Carpenter's The Thing. It's the perfect blend of isolation, paranoia, bloody horror, practical effects, and a shape-shifting alien. Plus, this unused idea, for the final confrontation, is a must-see by anyone who has enjoyed this movie. Raiders of the Lost Ark is the perfect action movie for me. The intro to Indiana Jones in the jungle is perfect, even with little dialogue. The pacing is great, the characters are solid, the humor is natural, the environments are diverse, and the music is unforgettable. Just an awesome fun time. Stand By Me. First R-rated movie I ever watched. Thought it was dumb. Years later I realized coming of age movies are a lot more engaging when you've grown up. I never had any friends later on, like the ones I had when I was 12. Jesus, does anyone? That quote mucks me up every time. What about Bob? Richard Dreyfuss legitimately hated Bill Murray on set. Julie Haggerty is a comic genius. Charlie Cosmo puts in a child performance for the ages, and for bonus a young Katharina from Law and Order. Dreyfuss in an interview said that Bill Murray got drunkenly belligerent, yelled at the top of his lungs to Dreyfuss "Nobody likes you," and then threw a glass ashtray at Richard Dreyfuss's head. I'm partial to believe Dreyfuss as I've heard similar stories about Bill Murray. But I'm also partial in believing what Murray said was accurate because I've heard countless stories regarding actors who hated working with Dreyfuss. The Hunt for Red October. Believable characters, believable tech even for the one bleeding edge thing that underpins the whole movie. Deaths are few and significant. Very little in the way of special effects, so what is there doesn't screw things up too badly. It's a repeat watch for me. Back to the Future. The first one, though I do enjoy the other two. The dialogue is brilliantly tight, the acting is incredible, and the story, while bizarre, is original and executed flawlessly, and includes some truly iconic sequences. The skateboard chase scene, the insane bedroom scene with his mom, the parking lot knockout, the Johnny B. Good sequence, etc. Also, the whole aesthetic of the movie is one big masterpiece. The set pieces, the cinematography, the soundtrack, it all fits together as one. When I think of movie magic, this is one of the movies that comes to mind. This is the one movie that should absolutely never be remade. The first Blues Brothers. It's 106 miles to Chicago. We have a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark and we are wearing sunglasses. Die Hard. Perfect action movie. Also, Alan Rickman. Edit. Yippee ki yay. I got gold for mentioning the best Christmas movie ever. Thank you. Cool. Good Will Hunting. I don't know much, but I know that and My Boy's wicked smart. I've seen these two scenes many times on YouTube. Groundhog Day. Don't forget Groundhog Day. Groundhog Day 2, man. Airplane. This is one of those movies that's the equivalent of the Bulmer Peak. If the comedy broke just a little, or the timing was off, it would be really bad. Instead, it's comedic genius from Mrs. Brady being the only one who could speak jive, to all the exterior shots of a jet that has propeller noises. It's a movie you've got to watch 100 times to catch all the jokes. Like there are jokes in the credits. Goodfellas. One of the few movies where I'm completely engaged the entire way through. I've seen Scorsese say that he wanted it to be like a movie trailer that just kept on going. The Godfather. I just watched Godfather for the first time recently. My jaw was dropped the whole time. Taking the time to make each scene have weight. Each character truly has their own voice. The performances by everyone made it all seem real. And before I knew it, the movie was over. It is the perfect movie. The Prestige. Has big names, good unexpected and believable twists, a touch of sci-fi, and touches on some interesting moral and ethical dilemmas that humanity might need to deal with one day. Amazing movie. Who doesn't want to see Wolverine fight Batman with magic? Jokes aside, this is in my top 10 movies of all time. No Country for Old Men. The fact I've only seen this movie once, nearly 2 years ago, and still think back on it and feel really uncomfortable, speaks volumes to how effective it was. Jurassic Park. Took me too long to find this, I totally agree. Perfect balance of wonderment and fear, comedy and suspense, action and emotion. not to mention special and practical effects, years ahead of their time. Up. It is my all-time favorite movie. No matter how many times you watch it, it'll make you laugh, cry, and feel like a kid again. It is the perfect story, with perfect characters, and a perfect setting. Interstellar. As a child, my dad would often travel halfway across the world for work. With me being a very anxious child, I was always worried sick, thinking I would never see him again, and angry and sad that he had to go in the first place. Because of that, watching Interstellar I could really relate to the way Murph felt when Cooper left, and couldn't help seeing myself and my dad in their close-knit relationship. Also, beside my own emotional connection, the movie has beautiful imagery and concepts. The giant wave scene on the ocean planet might be my favorite scene from any film ever, as well as an amazing soundtrack. Tombstone. Yes, there are liberties taken against the true story, and I'm okay with that. Everybody talks about Val Kilmer's performance as Doc, and they are not wrong, but that's not the only great dynamic to the film. The relationships between each main character, ranging from good to neutral to evil, as well as lawful to neutral to chaotic, are phenomenal as well. There are so many amazing movies that could be on this list. I apologize if we didn't get to yours. Comment your favorite movie below, and we may mention it the next time we do a similar video. See you soon.